What's up, everybody? It's your main man, Bennett, back here. And again, as I say, and thank you for joining us today at the All About It podcast. Can't thank you enough for taking the time out of your schedule to join us as we usher in a brand new year. We have entered 2021, which sounds like a lot of fun. 2020 is in the rear view. We're driving away from it as fast as our little legs can carry us. And by us, of course, thank God, it's Arielle.
Talk about little legs, am I right?
Back here, and again, as I say, we are live. Well, no, we're not. This is programmed.
It's Saturday night.
Program is pre-recorded. When else would you record it afterwards? Can't be done.
Nope.
So how's the beginning of your 2021 going? Did I say that right? 2021.
Yeah, 2021.
I've had 2020 on the brain.
Yeah.
2021.
It's about time you change your ways.
We are going into 2021. What is it? Full hearts, open eyes, clear souls and spirits.
Yeah, beautiful.
And,
beautiful Bargles.
God willing, this will just be the year of all time.
Can I take a moment? Beautiful, 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 beautiful Bargles. That's a C.
Beautiful
Bargles. Oh, Bargs.
Bargs.
What sounds better, beautiful Bargs or beautiful Bargles? I think beautiful Bargles.
Okay.
Now I want bugles. Okay. My
Beautiful bugles.
last couple days have been really nice. Very leisurely, as I say.
Nice.
You know?
Good.
Yesterday was the first, and we
New Year's Day?
went to our favorite beach, and so did everybody else.
Yeah, there was a lot of people down there in
Yeah.
Encinitas, California, as it were.
Yes, and it was beautiful. Moonlight Beach, one of the best. Took some pics, saw some birds, saw a dude with this bubble machine.
Oh, I
It's not
thought you were
even-
going to talk about
it's-
the other dude.
Oh, no, we're not even going to talk about that.
I'll talk about it.
I saw it, you guys. Okay, I'll say it. We're driving, and I'm staring out the window, enjoying the view on Coast Highway.
Yeah.
Should I even say? Should I
don't know.
say
I
it?
think you've already started, so it's kind of, we can't go back now. Can't turn
I
around.
might as well. I mean,
The longer you take, the less of a deal it is. So just
Okay.
blurt it out really fast.
Bargles is driving. I'm in the passenger seat. I'm looking out the window on Coast Highway as we're going through Leucadia, which is the cutest little town north of Encinitas. I see a guy on the street corner taking care of, how would you put it in a not gross way?
I mean,
He wiped. His pants were around his knees and he was wiping. That's all.
yeah, on a public sidewalk.
Yeah, just out in the open.
You know, we've all been there. Just trying to
make it work.
clean ourselves up for our upcoming job interview.
Yeah.
That was me trying to get a job, and I
Trying to stay nice and clean for 2021.
got that right.
You know, so that was fun. And then the bubble guy on the beach, this old guy had this bubble thing where it was like two sticks with a net in between, and he was making these huge bubbles. And I'll give Bargles a picture to insert into our YouTube video that I took of some bubbles on the beach. It sounds so random, but they kind of turned out cool.
Yeah, and I mean, all the little kids were just so.
Oh, they were like screaming at him. They were like, "Mister, don't stop." And he was like, "Oh, I gotta go, little Jeremiah, little Hermione. I gotta go do my next gig." And he like dumped his soap into the ocean. Which, by the way,
That might have been.
Is that littering?
Might have been non-toxic.
Is that
Just
littering?
fine for the fishes out there.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, if it's just soap, is
saw-
that gonna hurt a fish?
I saw a bunch of little girls running up to him,
Oh my god, it was so cute.
going, "Wait, Bubble Man!
Don't go."
Wait, Bubble Man!" It's like,
I was saying it in my head because I wanted to take more pictures.
right. I'm just thinking that it's New Year's Day. It's January 1st, 2021, when this took place. And those little girls have the right idea, attitude, perspective.
Absolutely.
They got nothing going on. The only thing they want to have going on is more bubbles from the Bubble Man. So where you at, Bubble Man?
That he gave little girls his card. Is that okay?
I mean...
And then the girl ran up to her mom and she's like, "The man gave me a card. Call him." And the mom like rolls her eyes. She's like, great, one more piece of crap to put in the junk drawer.
You know, I don't want this show to ever. I mean, we give advice to everybody, anybody. We sometimes give unsolicited advice. To
we know
people,
nothing.
And we know nothing. But if you're like an old creepy guy and you are trying to like,
wasn't creepy.
if you're trying to get the attention of a bunch of little kids,
you talking about the bubble guy or the guy on the street corner?
either way. They both got attention. One, they did it the right way. One, they did it the wrongy way.
Wrongy.
And maybe if you are out there, you're just like, man, my 2021, my New Year's resolution is I just want to hang out with more little kids. Nothing weird.
Just
Nothing
bubbles.
weird. Nothing weird. What do I do? What do I do? Well, you tuned into the right show today, my friend.
Oh.
You just got to get some of those elaborate big bubble, where you have like the big bubble wand going on, and you. Again, I said we don't typically give advice to everybody. Equal opportunity. It's not for me. But
Oh, well, I have a week in review.
cool bubbles.
Couple weeks, actually.
Nice bubbles there, guy.
Week in review. We recorded our last episode prior to Christmas Day.
It's true.
So I just wanted to go over really quick. We do Secret Santa. My sister got me bless up. You know what I mean?
Doing like the genie in the lamp.
And same to you.
Blink.
My mom got you. And we were blessed with our Santa gifts.
What'd you get?
Okay, so I asked for a couple pieces of jewelry, a toaster, a small white toaster, very specific, and my sister surprised me with new roller skate wheels.
Ooh.
8 of them for all
How
8
do you like
places
that?
on my wheels, on my skates. So they're just so cute. And then we skated on Christmas Day in the backyard and in the front. And whenever I get a new small appliance, I think of the scene in Father of the Bride when she's like, what is it, 1950? Give the little wife a toaster? Or a blender, I mean.
It was a blender, right?
It was a blender in the movie, yeah.
I got you a vacuum once.
I was so elated.
I got you a blender too.
Every time you give me something, it's practical
But
and nice.
the year of the blender was not a good year.
Why?
Because I remember like the blender was the big gift. Good lesson for the fellas out there. Let's say she wants a blender.
I mean, are we talking a Vitamix or like a Walmart?
You don't even remember
mainstays.
You don't even remember the blender that I got you.
It was not good.
No, it was not good because I was not good and I was po.
That's fine.
I was.
We don't
broke.
need to. I wasn't disappointed.
Well, it did not last long. That blender, it actually jammed up, and I think it started like smoking.
Oh God.
You know, when like the gears, it started like smoking
Yeah.
after like a year or something like that. Fellas, don't do it. It might seem like a good idea. Come up with another one. Don't do a blender. In fact, if you want to get her a blender the week before or the week after the birthday, the holiday, the whatever. Get it before or after. Say, this is unrelated. Be like, babe, I wanted to get you a little something, but this ain't your Christmas gift. This is just because I love you. See, do that. Do one of those.
Yeah, that's nice.
That'd be nice.
Good job, Bargles.
And then they'll be like, oh, you got me a blender. Now the blender's going to go off. Now, well done. But if it's Christmas, way too much pressure to put on a blender. If that blender could talk, he'd be like, come on, man. You set me up for failure.
Feel ya.
Yeah, be like a brave little toaster.
My next point of interest is that I went to Zion National Park with my friend Jill at Layered Vintage on Instagram. Love that woman. It was just the two of us. We had a time. It was so fun. And we hiked the Overlook Trail, which was only half a mile. We wore like nice coats.
I saw the
boots.
pictures. Yeah, you were way overdressed.
Everyone, well, if you saw the hike, you would have been like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It was like walking up the trail in Torrey Pines where you just like kind of walk around hills a little bit.
Yeah.
It was half a mile up. It took us 15 minutes.
That's not bad.
We didn't even break a sweat.
Right.
Because it was 32 degrees. Every single person that passed us on the way down was wearing like Patagonia and like North Face and what's the other one?
I don't know, Carhartt.
Like stuff that I want to like I have a vision for myself.
Lululemon.
Sure. Yeah.
You know.
I want to be what do you call it? Different kinds of
You want to be different.
Yeah.
Different kinds of stuff.
I'm
Different guy,
abandoning
different
myself.
girl.
I'm just kidding.
It's like you've been in this body, living this way with this life for so long. You're like, I want to try a different body. Maybe I can find somebody on the street, do a little Freaky Friday, do a little swip swap.
Oh,
Find the guy that was wiping himself, do a little.
come on.
See, I think
Come on.
that's
Don't
the
even
Freaky
bring it
Friday I want
up.
to see. Everyone's doing like the mother-daughter. I want to see like you and a hobo. As long as he's strange back.
Oh.
Unless he's real cool, in which case, I'll live with it.
So you want that guy's personality in my body
I didn't
when
think
you go
this
to bed at
I
night?
did not think this conversation was going to go further.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
But if you really want the honest truth, probably not.
Anyway, it was snowing in Utah. My first time in Utah, actually.
Congratulations. What'd you think?
I almost said you're welcome.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
It's a great state. It's only got 4 letters, and it makes the most out of them. It's got It's got a lot of mountains, temples. The people are great.
Yeah.
It has snow.
It's beautiful.
People can do stuff in the snow there.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else? What else? Oh, I've been to Zion before. Have I told you about my time in Zion?
Yeah, I think 4 times.
All right, then I won't. I'll leave. We can leave it alone.
Do you want to say how you got sunburned and also were shivering one night?
Well, I think you just said it. We woke up at 6 a.m. on this class retreat, and I got a sunburn that morning, and then I didn't get frostbite. That's an exaggeration, but it snowed that night because we were in the desert. So
Right.
it was very hot and then very cold.
Right.
So I was not prepared. But sounds like you went in, had a great time.
Yeah, I stayed in like a super nice house.
Saw the beautiful landscape.
Yeah, it was Jill's family's house. Great location. So grateful. And then New Year's, we had Sister Beach and Michael over for a little 4-person soiree. We played
some
Monopoly Deal.
Right? One of the best card games.
If you have not yet, just buy it. Buy it on Amazon. It's $8.
One of the
best $8 I've ever spent.
One of the best
So
things
fun.
from 2020 is learning about Monopoly Deal. We have to thank the Bales, Kevin and Kim, for our friends for
And
showing
Miles.
us. Thank you. Although he didn't play much because he's just a newborn baby. But,
He's literally won.
Actually, he'd probably have a good chance of winning because I think people kind of overthink that game a little bit.
I
It's
know.
like, have you ever played Monopoly and it's like just taking forever? Like Monopoly takes a million years.
Monopoly Deal's different. You
Yeah,
just have to buy it and try it.
Monopoly Deal is like a card game, but it's Monopoly, but you just figure it out, and it's pretty fun.
Right.
Yeah, it gets pretty heated.
So, Miho dinner, our friends at Miho Catering Company delivered dinner on New Year's Eve night. It was so good.
Delicious.
Short ribs,
That's right.
bourbon braised, citrus salad, which was phenom, and later on I made brownies. Buzzed. That's it. That's all I got. Oh, fireworks.
We have some good local
We have some good
fireworks.
local
Yes.
fireworks, and by local I mean like 50 feet in front of us.
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yes.
You can
Yes.
hear it. They start going off around 5. They don't stop until 12:05. Okay.
Are you done?
That's all I got, Bargles.
So here's my
Am I done? Give me a break.
here's my thing.
Frick.
Okay, it's 2021. Bargles is coming in with a whole new attitude. Okay, and
Yeah, I noticed.
just going to have to Monopoly deal with it. Okay.
Oh
And
my God.
and so that starts with, well, what does that mean? You're such a nice guy. Are you gonna like flip it around and be a jerk? And it's like, I don't even know what today's episode's all about. So some things haven't changed.
Oh my God.
Long stare. Long stare.
Today's episode is all about getting the most out of 2021.
I love it.
What if I tried to do this thing?
You can. Your arm goes just as high as mine. Yes. There you go.
Yes.
Yes. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
A little out of practice, but
We're kind of matching today,
get
by
it.
the way.
Yeah. What is
We're
this?
both in bright colors.
What is this color?
Teal, neon teal.
The funniest thing about this shirt is I bought it, and I probably had it for about 2 weeks before I realized that there's flamingos all over
Yeah,
it. I thought it was
you-
just like
so-
some trippy. I must have been a little.
I used to
little
take
out of
Bargles
sorts.
to Nordstrom Rack, and he'd pick out a few button-ups,
Mm-hmm.
short sleeve button-ups. And if you want to see what we're wearing, check out our YouTube channel.
It's true.
If you're here, welcome. You're way ahead of the game.
Yeah, the radio audience will have to use their imagination.
I'm in loungewear, as anyone would suspect. Okay, so what the frick are we doing this year?
So I love that this is no longer 2020. Why? I got a lot of reasons. I'm not going to get into them all. I think we all have a, kind of a love-hate relationship.
Wait, what's 2020? Last
year.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Hilaire. You're Hilaire. So I kind of feel like anyone that I talk to got a love-hate relationship. There were highs, there were lows. Tune into last week's episode all about some very high highs.
The bright sides.
Some very bright moments. There were some bright spots that we can all, kind of share.
Get in on.
But now we got a brand new year.
Right.
Brand new perspective. We're really putting a lot of pressure on this year to be better than last year. And some of us, we have goals. Some of us, we have resolutions. I've never been good with the New Year's resolution. Have you ever been one? I mean,
not really.
I have had them in the past, and they don't last. They make it to about week 2, and then it's I'm back on my BS, as they say. I can't.
I think they're kind of annoying.
I'm like, my New Year's resolution is to not drink on New Year's Day. And so I did it. I didn't drink yesterday.
Good job.
Yeah, so there you go.
What about today?
Today, now my new resolution is to not drink today.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And it's the afternoon. So far, so good.
God, I'd hope so.
And then we'll see what happens tomorrow. Probably not going to last tomorrow.
Yeah, because it's football Sunday.
That's right.
That's fine, Bargles. You have your Sunday.
I will.
So, for today's episode, we kind of wanted to run through what we'd like to do or what we envision ourselves doing. Bargles said quarter by quarter. At first I said season by season. It just sounds cuter.
It does.
But then you said, no, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3. It's very businessy.
Q1, Q2.
Q1, Q2.
Q3, Q4. Yeah, that's... Well, because you're like, let's start it with...
I said, did you start with spring?
Right.
And you said, no, I'm doing quarters.
But is January spring?
No.
We're in January. We're still in winter.
What you're doing makes sense.
Chronological.
I get it.
We have to use the Greco-Roman calendar.
Greco-Roman. So what's one of the first things you wrote down?
For this upcoming few months, and I'm kind of...
This is very loose.
Yeah, blissfully naive to hopefully maybe the consideration that some of this, if not half of this, will actually happen.
That's same with me.
Because I think January of last year we had gone to San Francisco and we had a bunch of plans to travel, to do a number of things that didn't happen. But other things happened in their place that we make the most of. I think making the most out of this year is going to be... we are a little bit more thoughtful now. We're a little bit more prepared. We are a little bit more aware that some things might be subject to change.
Mentally prepared for... I mean, I feel like anything could happen at this point.
Mentally, emotionally,
right?
Physically, geographically, geologically.
God, I hope geographically. Get me the frick out of here.
Whatever other, use Pythagorean theorem and figure it out. So I say the top 2 things for me are seeing my parents.
Yes.
They're trying to move to California this year. It's a very large undertaking for people that are at their place in life. Which is to say that they are, what's a polite way to say that they are of the older demographic?
They're retired.
That's fine. Thanks. That is perfectly perfect. And so it's a challenge, and I want to help them through it, and I'm going to help them through it, and we are going to figure it out. So that's that needs to get worked out. I'm going to be spending a lot of time working on that. Hopefully, that's the plan. And then the other thing for this time is to kind of schedule out the year. That's something that we do in January's the past few years is schedule out, like if we're going to go on trips and things like that. And,
right.
I definitely want to try and make up for some of the trips that weren't taken, but I know it's still kind of an edgy, like nothing's changed.
Right.
Nothing's really changed. So I want to try and see where we can go. Maybe within driving distance, stuff that cool picture worthy type locations, that kind of thing. Just have some fun. Every time I leave my house, I feel, even if it's not that great a trip, I feel refreshed when I come back, and that's really what I'm looking for. I don't even care where we go or what we do or for how long. I just need to get the hell out of here so that I can come back and then be like, really appreciate it.
That's how I feel right now.
Really like it.
Yeah. I was only gone for 3 nights, and I felt good coming back.
That's really all I got for at least for the next few months when we got work to do, and I'm excited for some of the projects that we have coming up, and I want to try and manifest some more and spend time with my parents. That's it.
Nice.
That's it. That's all I got.
We share visions.
What's your Q1?
take way more pictures locally.
Yes.
Specifically, our town of Oceanside.
Oh, it's such a treasure.
No bad days.
Oh, it's a treasure.
And San Diego. Possibly LA. Maybe LA and down that coast, kind of. I feel like I haven't really tapped into Orange County beaches as much as I could. And just to, you know, switch it up a little bit. And have some fun with it. And then in that light, launch new prints in Q1. We did that last year and I had so much fun, and I didn't release new print. I had 2 releases last year, which is different for us.
It is.
But it's okay. I'm not disappointed or sad or, you know, gotta be trying to keep it lighthearted.
Print Shop's been around for about 3.5 years now, and the first year you only had 1 release. Second year you had, I think, 3 or 4.
Well, the first year we launched in July.
Right. So the first full year you did 1. Next full year you did about 3. Then the next full year and a half you did 2.
Yeah.
So you know what? More prints are coming.
Beyond the new prints launching, I'm looking into an All About It rebrand.
A what?
For our website.
Oh my God.
I know. We're gonna to Bargles, to your demise, we'll be taking lots of pictures of the 2 of us.
I will pray to the Greek god of web design.
And that Greek is me.
Webus Gracchus. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Does that mean potentially we're gonna have like some merchandise available?
Wasn't going there quite yet, but just like a new logo, perhaps maybe a different album art cover for podcast app.
It is an old logo.
It's a very old photo.
It's all the way from January 2019.
And I feel like that picture of you're like kind of smiling. I feel like your potential for that picture, you have so much more personality than that picture. You know what I mean?
I see. Okay.
Like you are the face. Okay.
Ole.
That was my Q1 hopes and dreams. Again, I just want to echo, not expecting anything. This is just like a hopeful goal thing, you know? And obviously seeing your parents is also probably the biggest priority. Yeah.
Okay. Q2. Let's maybe rapid fire through some of
okay, you go ahead, Bargles,
because now then it becomes I'm really bad at this. I'm really bad
as it goes on, it gets worse and worse.
I'm really bad at planning and thinking about stuff.
I know,
unless it's like 10 years in the future or 10 days in the future. If it's like 4 months away, I just can't see it. I can't feel it. I can't, you know, and I have trepidation booking a flight right now. I do.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Has nothing to do with COVID, really. I mean, that might be a hair involved. It's not about that. It's more about like, is stuff going to be shut down? Is stuff going to be as available as, you know, I feel kind of in like this holding pattern of when's normal life going to come back. I have some friends that say, oh, it'll be, you know, 1.5 years from now, things will be back to normal. I have some friends that are like, it's been normal. You know, this is the new normal. So the jury's still out. Right. But I think that in this springtime, we're going to be celebrating a lot of birthdays.
Yep.
And I want to celebrate them big time. I think that this past April, we did good. I think we need to step it up.
Okay.
And that means maybe we need a stripper and a cake. Maybe that means we need some dog and a cake. I don't know. Something
I'll
that
be
pops
the cake. I'll be the cake. You be the stripper.
I'll jump out of you. Okay.
Okay.
Because it's my birthday, turning 33. The age so nice. They did it again. And it's going to be your birthday. You're turning 30 tau. And then there's going to be also your sister, your little kid sis. She's going to be aging as well. She's going to be 27.
I'm going to faint.
Because she's 27. She's going to be 27.
Yeah.
Then also, who else? Your mother.
Yeah.
She's going to only turn like 29.
I know.
You know, she's just ageless.
I think she's going to be 28.
Your mother?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And then, of course, the birth
of our niece.
The expected birth.
Should be early April.
Of our niece, who is, as of now, unnamed.
Yet to be named.
So, if you have a name for our niece,
leave it in the comments.
Leave it in the comment section below. Do you want to name the All About It niece? Can't be Tippy. We've
It
already
came
locked
into
that
me,
into
yeah.
something else.
Yeah.
But if you have if you have a name suggestion, maybe send us a DM or an instant message.
Mm-hmm.
Do people still instant message?
No.
No, they don't.
No, just
So name the niece. That's a new segment
That's the
called
game.
Name That Niece. Name her. She's nameless. She's just a void little tadpole right now, and she needs a name. Okay. What else? That's really all I got. I don't know what the. Oh, I want to go to the beach more.
in Q2.
Yeah,
Okay.
and 3.
Mm-hmm.
So both those.
Oh, I guess Q2 kind of rolls into summer.
The spring into
Yeah.
summer. We did a great job going to the beach way more often in 2020
Yes, we
than we did
did.
in 2019,
Yes, we
which we did
did.
more than 2018. So we've been ramping up. I think part of it is the guilt of knowing we're going to move from this coastal location
Yeah.
to somewhere more inland.
Possibly.
So as a result, we should be going to the beach. I want to go to the beach at least once a week.
Okay.
At least.
Mm-hmm.
Have a beach day.
Picnic.
Yeah. I think if and when we have kids into the future, going to the beach regularly is going to be a normal thing. So I feel like we need to get better at beaching, better at grilling, better at stuff that, customarily a parent is good at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I need to learn how to grill. I want
There
to
you
be
go.
confident in the grill.
That's right.
I want to road trip to a new location and pick an Airbnb
Okay.
and take a billion pictures as usual.
We love Airbnb.
We do.
Airbnb, just bless you. Bless you, Airbnb. Thank you for being you.
Yeah.
You're just a cool gal. Just great.
And I want to have some more paintings done. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Don't you say nothing, Bargles. Okay? You zip it. Okay? Q3.
Now we're into the summertime. So, buy a house?
Yeah, in my note, I have hopefully buy a house by this time.
Yeah, maybe
End of summer. I would say hopefully by the end of Q3, if not sooner.
All right, well, if we keep on referring to time frames as Q1s and Q2s,
I'm gross.
then hopefully
I don't like it.
the Lord of Financial Solvency will bless us and say, "You did it."
I'm going to start saying spring, summer, winter. Okay?
Yeah. Well, all of them.
Yeah.
We're going to buy 3 houses this year. One for each.
No.
We'll be like the 3 little pigs. We'll get one of straw and one of brick and one of wood.
Ooh, I like the wood one.
Yeah, I bet you do. A little Lincoln log cabin in the middle of nowhere. I want to buy a house. I honestly do not have all my answers to why.
Yeah.
We need more room. We would like to start a family, and we might be able to afford it. So that's kind of like enough. But there is a lot of other voices that are, competing with that, because I like this apartment that we're in. We get to save money, and
I like it too.
we can't be here forever. No one ever lives one place and is there forever. You live at a place usually.
Rarely.
Usually, I saw this thing online that says you're usually living at one place for about 8 years. That's like the average amount of
thought it
time
was
that
7.
you. 7, 8,
Yeah.
very close, very close.
We have surpassed. It's just where we're at personally, and that's fine. Like,
Right.
if I want to invest my money in real estate, I'm allowed to do that.
Well, you are certainly allowed to do that. And
boy, have I been patient.
And now when it comes to what else in the summertime? I got nothing. That's really.
Yeah, that's all I got. Take new prints again, maybe another launch.
More prints.
In
another launch.
late summer,
There you go.
early summer. We'll see.
That's all you got for the summertime.
And I
too?
said again with the road trip thing, another Airbnb, please.
Probably. And then that rounds us into fall into winter of next year, which seems like a million years from now, but it's going to be here in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It really is.
I have one thing.
You got one thing?
Yeah.
I have a couple. I have maybe you get pregnant.
Oh, how presumptuous.
Who knows? Maybe you get pregnant another time during the year, but who knows?
Oh, God.
It's not like we're like trying
No,
to
no,
have
no,
that
no.
happen, but if
No.
it happens, hey, you know what? There you go. My parents finally moving to California, I'm thinking might happen around that time frame.
Really, then?
If everything gets prepared the right way. I have no idea.
Yeah, we
this
don't
is like
know.
this is literally if any
There
of
might be
this-
a better time than another, and
6-7 months from now, we're gonna go back over these and be like, how much of this was BS and what did we totally mess up?
oh yeah,
on?
we'll be back to tell you if things actually
But
came to fruition.
I will say that besides, really trying to do more videos for the podcast to go on YouTube, that's something we talk about, not just these episodes, but some other just fun little
right.
adventure clips. And like we take vlog stuff and we just don't post it. So I'm doing more of that, expanding the print shop, spending more time with friends and family. All that's good. But I think my ultimate goal of 2021 is it does involve us getting a house, but not just that. It's a house that can also then host like a Christmas for the family this upcoming year. I'd like to turn the key on that.
Yeah.
That's what I
Literally.
I want to turn the key. It's, new year, and that's what I want.
I'm ready.
So there you go.
My one thing is to take it easy.
Oh, for the whole year.
No,
Take it easy.
for Q4.
Oh. Take it easy how? Like
Just be a little bit less uptight, I guess,
stressed out,
about everything.
anxious.
Like, just cool it.
Yeah.
No one gives a rip
No.
if you're stressed out or not.
No.
No one cares.
Right.
So, like, why do that?
Well, some people
Gotta
are,
stop myself.
it's, you can talk about it in here.
Yeah.
But if you feel it in your guts and heart, then yeah, you're going to have like this kind of conflict.
So, I'm not saying take it easy like with work, because it's one of our busiest times.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess just be nicer to myself and not try to push myself so hard and say no to a couple things.
Do yourself the ultimate favor and be a really good buddy to yourself.
Yeah.
And with our really good friends, how do we treat them when they're down? We always try and lift them up.
I send them Trader Joe's items.
Exactly.
Because they can't get them.
We give them the love that they can't give themselves in that moment. Well, hey, why don't you give yourself that love, because you totally can. It's an option. It's on the table, so why not take it?
Yeah. And something we didn't get to do this year that was, I'm just going to say postponed, because we are going to Puerto Rico at some point. And
Puerto Rican.
Our plan, we didn't have flights booked or anything, but our plan was to go for this New Year's Eve. At the beginning of 2020, we were like, we're going to see our good friends in Puerto Rico. They live there. We're going to go to this sick Airbnb on some island and have New Year's Eve there, because we love spending New Year's Eve with them. And obviously we couldn't go. It was just, it's too locked down here and there, and
Distance
it just wouldn't make sense.
The heart grow fonder.
Like, we technically could have gone, but it's not a good idea.
I mean, we could technically do a lot of things.
I know, right?
I can technically, just leave my house with no pants on. I could technically do that. But there will be consequences to this behavior.
That voice is my least favorite frickin' voice anyone does.
Oh.
With, like, the gush.
I know it's a good one.
It's really not cute. It's not
really,
the best.
It really puts you off,
It's
doesn't it?
really not the best.
Okay. I'll recall this
And
in the bedroom later.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. And so those friends we miss so much. And also our friends in Colorado, Marissa and Kyle.
Wish them well.
And I think I want to help more people this year. I want to either volunteer or donate. I know I want to donate more. That's high on my list. And especially print shop related, I feel like that's always a really fun way to, get the community involved and talk about something that's important and just help people more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm thinking like, I'm just envisioning like doing something with volunteering.
Good.
I've always wanted to do that
Okay.
more. So we'll see.
That's a nice goal to have. Yeah, why not?
And then in other terms, tutorials for editing on mobile, and I've been working on IGTVs for editing in Lightroom, and it's like, I'm ready to release.
Okay. Well, bam. Okay, I'll tell you what. Those are all good goals to have. And hey, I'm sure you at home, you probably got some goals. You probably got some expectations for this upcoming year, and I think they'll all come true.
Yeah.
I don't know you, and I have a good feeling about it. What do you want? You get it. It's already there. It's already ready to happen. Well, we did have a person write into the show with a question, and we wanted to start answering a fan of the show's question more often than not on the show. So why not begin with episode 105? And this question I'm going to give to you, I don't know if you've seen it, but it seems right up your alley. She says, it's anonymous, so
Bargles.
this person that's not a woman. Okay? Anonymous. Says, I'm reaching out because I'm a big fan of the show. Back at you. And I absolutely love Arielle's prints.
Aww.
I'm an aspiring photographer as well, and I'm hoping to launch my new print shop in 2021.
Yeah, baby.
Do you have any advice or guidance for me?
Ooh.
I have no idea what I'm doing from a business perspective and could use all the help that I can get.
Yeah.
First off, we're flattered.
We're flattered.
We're flattered that you would reach out to the show for a pregunta person. But that's a question in Spanish.
Yeah,
I
I
think.
got you.
What do you think? Well, how would you first face that? First off, great.
Yeah, great idea. I love the business. It's one of my favorite things to do. And I think the first thing that should happen is determine if you want it to be super accessible, like price point wise, or do you want it to be a little bit more high end, like locally printed, everything's hand done, very made to order, or you could do limited quantities. There's like so many different ways you could do it.
So find the price point and the quality versus quantity point, and put yourself in the position of like the consumer that you're hoping to get. Like, what's your ideal customer look like, feel like, what kind of money are they working with, and try and tailor what you're going to do for that kind of person.
Right.
Okay.
So I think choosing your paper matters. It's all really important. The framing, if you want to do canvas, get everything tested, go through the motions. It takes a long time. And then choose your materials, get to know your distributor if that's a thing, unless you want to do it yourself. Make sure that you have, a very concise storefront online. We use Squarespace. I think the template is called Indigo.
I have no idea.
Did you see it? I think it's called Indigo. And I basically designed it. I mean, I didn't really change a lot from what the template gave me. I just changed the colors and the logo and everything. Mm-hmm. So decide how you want it to look. Play with Squarespace. It's so easy and fun. I think it's fun and easy.
And it's really user-friendly, pretty intuitive.
They have a great customer support, so if you have any questions, there's always tutorials on YouTube and stuff as well. But, price point, materials. Do you want to do free shipping? Do you want to build that into your cost? Not free shipping, like what does your price point look like when you have a sale? All of these things are really good to think about first.
Right. I think that sale price point is more important than I even realized, because I remember when you first launched the print shop, didn't really know what the pricing would look like, and I think everything was kind of like overpriced or it was underpriced. There was like some stuff that was more expensive than maybe it should be at the retail level, and some stuff that was underpriced. And so, like, over time, you kind of you learn, like, okay, this, and then you do a big sale.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, well, that thing that had kind of narrow margins, you do a sale and the margins disappear. Well, now you're kind of, you're taking a bit of a hit.
Oh, yeah, we've changed a lot in 3 years, for sure.
I totally get all that. I would give a piece of advice from the business perspective. This piece of advice would work for any kind of business, and that is get very comfortable with social media, every form.
Yep.
And like, we don't really do a lot of Twitter.
No.
We don't do a lot of TikTok or Snapchat. But if you are a business that's starting out, that is hoping to get attention and
gain an audience,
and get consumer respect, to really build out that branding, there's nothing more important. I don't care what your product is or if it's even that good. But if you can build out branding is about brand awareness, people knowing what it is you got and what you do. And sometimes that's Instagram, sometimes that's Facebook, sometimes it's, seeing locally what kind of stuff works in your little bubble that you live in, little art shops or this and that. You got to basically use everything at your disposal. If you're new, I know personally about 5 different print shops that are opening or just recently opened, and I think they all have quality stuff. Mm-hmm. And I don't know that many people, but I know 5 print shops that are opening or opened recently, and I'm thinking to myself, how these do is going to be dependent upon that person's grit and determination to make people see it, because all the art's really cool, and I think the pricing was about the same, and I think they were all printing on like nice photo paper, and they had good options. So those aren't going to be the differentiating factors. It's going to be who's going to hustle the hardest on social media.
And that's the same with any business you start.
Also, giving away your products for free to people that have larger audiences is a very popular way to get it out there. And gosh, other ways when you're just starting out. I mean, it's about marketing. It's about, because you're going to sell to your friends and your family. Mm-hmm. It's going to happen.
Yeah, you'll notice that the first few people are friends or family.
And that means nothing.
And then
it's like that's great. Don't get me wrong. But a business is not built on favors alone.
Yeah.
A friendship is built on favors. Stuff like that's built on favors. But a business that's actually going to sustain you isn't going to be built on someone doing you a solid. It's going to be on the product works, or you're just really good at selling whatever it is.
And after a while, after 2 or 3 years or longer, people will start to recognize your work and be like, this is, I knew it was yours before I really knew it was yours, Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's very fulfilling, very fun.
That's a big part of it. I had another thought, and it just left me.
You are the, I was at the back end master, but that sounds so bad.
Oh, what I was going to say is don't quit your day job.
Yeah.
You got to
hold on to that for as long as you
most
can.
businesses have an investor or a team of investors or a board or a group, or there's like there's an overseer. Mm-hmm. There's another entity that's kind of like, man, we need to get that money back.
Yeah.
And here's $1. Give me back $1, And if it's just you alone, it can feel like, how am I supposed to do all 30 of these things? If my business was like a big business with like 10 floors, and every floor's got more than a dozen people doing the sales, doing the marketing, doing the research, doing this, like customer service, order fulfillment, whatever, there's all these departments, right? And you have like a manager and a supervisor and new employees and standard operating procedure for every department. But now take all that away, and it's just you.
Yeah.
It's just you. I just made out with the microphone a little bit.
Oh.
It's just you. And so it is a lot to deal with, and then it can feel like a lot, which are two different things. Whether it is a lot to deal with is one thing, and then whether it feels like I don't know what I'm doing, it feels like I'm running into a brick wall and it's not, doing anything for me. We've been there, and I know some of these people that are starting a print shop, and maybe this person, if they don't feel it already, because it's so exciting.
Yeah.
It's so new year, baby. But the excitement goes away and is replaced with very real, normal, consistent.
There's one big trick, and it's to not quit. I guess that's the biggest piece of advice for anyone starting something this year, is to just keep doing it, even though maybe you think it's not working or you're not so into it a few months in. Just keep doing it anyway, because if you quit, it's over.
Right. And
it's done. There's no chance it'll flourish and do something cool.
That's really true.
But if you keep going, you never know what's going to happen.
And beyond that is, you don't know if the right person sees it. Like when you're ready to give up on it, you might have only been a week away from getting that big
you never
sale,
know who's watching,
or getting that gig, or meeting a person, and now you're working on something that's totally unrelated. But if you're into prints, or you're into whatever it is, I don't even care what it is.
Yeah.
You only get one life. If there's something you're passionate about, go do it. Don't wait either. Don't think you more education. Don't think you need more money to figure it out. Like, there's ways to just get the ball started. Get into first gear. See what it feels like. Because at the end of the day, you could just be that one little conversation or one little moment away from achieving the thing you've been working so hard for. And I know people that just give up. People give up because they don't see the reward or the thing that they've been working. It's too, it seems too far away.
Yeah.
But you're always way closer than you think. You're far away from it, but you're closer than you think.
Yeah. Could not agree more. Beautifully said, Bargles.
Well,
Beautiful,
you.
Bargles.
Just call me with the sincerest apologies to Mr. Robert Frost.
Oh. Why?
I don't know. I got nothing.
All right, you guys, that's it. We're going to wrap her up.
Alesi.
And thanks for listening to this first episode of the new year.
2020 win.
Let's see what we actually do.
2020 win. 2020 win.
We're so weird today. I can't.
2020 win.
Thank you for listening. We love you the most. And we'll see you next week for another episode of the All About It podcast.
Till next time.
Bye.